Remember, I've told almost all of you many, many times in the past also. I'm going to again repeat it quickly. Any forgiveness has three parts to it. Um, Before that, the energy to be used in forgiveness is energy of love and energy of forgiveness, two kind of energies, okay? Second is three parts of forgiveness. First is you forgive other people. Second, you ask for forgiveness or you receive forgiveness. And third is you forgive yourself. Three, it's always sequential in these three aspects, okay? Yeah. Always remember this. Don't create your own forgivenesses and expect results to come. You do this, it'll work. All right. Okay. All right. Invocation to the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, thank you for your priceless blessings, for your divine light, divine love, divine power, divine healing, guidance, mercy, help, and protection. Thank you. To our great spiritual teacher, to all the great spiritual teachers, to all the great gods and goddesses, to all the great, great ones, we incredibly humbly thank you for your great blessings. We thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so be aware of the heart and the crown chakra. Let's verbalize. Same. Lord God, thank you for filling my heart chakra and my crown chakra with tremendous substance of love. Say, Lord God, thank you for filling my heart chakra and my crown chakra with tremendous substance of love. Everyone focus on the crown chakra. Beautifully verbalize. Say, I am not the body. I am not the emotions or the thoughts. I am not the mind. I am the soul. I, the soul, am connected and one with my higher soul. I, the soul, am connected and one with my divine spark. I am connected and one with God. This is the truth, regardless of the capacity of the brain to experience it. All right, open your eyes. Be aware of the heart and the crown chakra. Say, Lord God, thank you for blessing me with awareness, with self-honesty, and the will to transform myself. Again, Lord God, thank you for blessing me with awareness, with self-honesty, and the will to transform myself. And Lord God, thank you for blessing me with awareness, self-honesty, and the will to transform myself. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, I'd like all of you to recollect in the past 2 or 3 days or 4 days, the good things that you've done, the virtues that you displayed, your control over your thoughts, your speech, your actions, your emotions, um, all the virtues that you've depicted. Be aware of those and pat yourself on the back like this. It's very important. Pat yourself on the back. Yeah. If you're motivated towards these spiritual practices, pat yourself on the back. If you helped people in the past few days, pat yourself on the back. If you healed people, pat yourself on the back. If you counseled people truthfully, pat yourself on the back. If you were brave to face your fears, pat yourself on the back. If you had a heart-to-heart communication with somebody, pat yourself on the back. If you help somebody with their task, pat yourself on the back. If you finished most of your tasks in the past 3 or 4 days that you planned, pat yourself on the back. Make sure to pat yourself on the back. This is indisputable. It's very, very important. Don't skip this practice. Don't think it's childish. It's extremely, extremely important. You will know it when there is a crux in life when you have to depend upon good self-image. Make sure to pat yourself on the back because nobody else will do it for you. If you spoke the truth in circumstances that were not very favorable, pat yourself on the back. If you didn't break in crisis, pat yourself on the back. All right, now let's go for the next few minutes over things that did not go as per virtues, in which you did not do things that you would otherwise, you know, do. Um, Hurting people, misuse of words, intentional abuse of logic, um, demeaning, defaming people, hurting your own self, feeling guilty, self-shaming, blaming yourself, um, like self-criticism, for example. Let's go over these things now. And take note of everything. Don't involve too deeply. Yeah? There are some habits in which we overindulge. Take note of those. Find out all the areas where you could have done better. Better in your thoughts, in your speech, in your actions, in the way you handle the situation. Replace all instances of self-hurt or hurt towards other people, and things like this. Replace all of this with tremendous amount of love and kindness, support, guidance, caring, nurturing, beautifying, enhancing the good. And also in your mind, we hold a very strong image of moderation in everything. No eccentric behavior, anyways. All right. So, just open your eyes. The purpose of what we're doing right now and always has been that as you repeatedly look at things that you did not do good and that you did good, the good gets enhanced because you know, and when we repeatedly observe things that we did not do good and we take note of it and we mentally rectify it over and over again, this tends to form new grooves in the system, which will release energy next time in the same situation in a completely new manner. Now, if it's not happening with you, for example, if some situations are not changing much in your life, it's very practical advice, okay? In those situations, you need to relook at sometimes deeper causes, deeper layers. For example, you could be lashing out at your husband, at your wife, at your child over and over again. No matter how much you practice self-control in your mind, it doesn't happen. In those cases, you should really be willing to see it's not a result of only habit, but it's something deeper. For example, every time somebody does something or says something, it triggers anger, it triggers low self-image. And in those cases, you lose self-control, for example, right? And the low self-esteem has been a very, very strong problem of yours since, for example, say you were a teen in the college or even before in the school, for example, right? You were bullied, for example, that caused low self-image to build up very strongly. And now that your children or your husband seem to disagree with you or they answer back at you, it triggers the exact same response. But because you didn't learn to deal with it back then, it shows up now as anger and frustrations now, for example. Right? You have to understand the bigger structure in some cases than just fix the outer covering. That's not going to work anyways. But if your visualization of I'll handle it like this and I'll handle it like that is not working, which means underlying issues there which has not been addressed properly. You have see, this is your personal journey now. Okay, I'm just going to help you to see where should you be looking at, but the actual exercise, the actual workout has to be your own, by the way. You understand the whole structure of what I'm trying to say? The bigger things you will have to start looking at in your own way, own mechanism. For example, sometimes the bigger things may take a shape of underlying fears which you carry or underlying traumas which you carry because of incidences in your life or from the past lifetimes. We can't blame everything on past lifetimes, that is not intelligent, but there are certain things we carry from past lifetimes which are very integrated into our chakras. For example, if you were strangled to death in a past lifetime, it's not a very good example to give, but it's important, okay? If you were strangled to death, say inside a water, for example, right? Inside, say, a lake or, like that, right? So, you may be somebody who's deeply affected, say, by claustrophobia. Closed spaces or closed surroundings are really, really hard for you as a person. And you won't open windows now, open everything now, let the air come. That's when you feel good. You feel like that. Now the problem again, it's all okay as long as it's but if, for example, if other members of the family can perfectly stay in closed windows because the wind may be too cold or It is a wind may be too strong sometimes. So the stove, these days they have electric stoves, but I'm just trying to say, the gas stove that can get extinguished. So they say, okay, close the windows and stuff like that while cooking. But if you start to feel this problem, then it's not all right. For example, you and just saying, okay, I will learn to behave will not help. This is not going to help. You have to see that there are deeper causes which are creating this attitude, is creating this response. You have to work on those causes. That is where the answers lie. Some of these causes may show up sometimes for some people in meditations. If you ask before meditation, Twin Hearts ki, God, please show me why am I like this or like that, and go meditate. And after maybe a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you will be indicated or guided exactly what the causes are. When the causes appear, and they always come up in one way or the other. When the causes start to actually come up, that's when you have a shot at really getting somewhere with it. You understand? It's pure science, but it's not as direct visible science as what scientific community says, but it's science in its own self. Everything has a cause which leads to its reactions. Some are multi-layered, some are simple. It's pure science. All right, it makes sense to all of you. Let's do a quick round of self-forgiveness, okay? Imagine yourself in front of you. Raise your hands. Be aware of the heart and the crown chakra. Imagine yourself in front of you. Small stick figure, about 10 centimeters in height. Pour this beautiful human being in front of you with tremendous amount of love. Imagine beautiful pink, golden pink energy coming out of your hands, getting absorbed by this tiny human being. Knowing that you're insignificant but invaluable part in the machinery of the whole world. Project tremendous amount of love. Insignificant but highly valuable. Tremendous value. Project tremendous amount of love and say that you're actually very important a part of the world. Not as much as the ego may think. From the ego wise, you're insignificant. But you're very, very valuable spiritually. The soul is extremely valuable. Your soul, tell yourself very clearly, your soul contributes in a completely unique manner in the entire universe that no other soul contributes. Completely unique, highly valuable. The ego, however, is completely insignificant. You're a being of love, and I forgive you. I forgive myself, I forgive, and I forgive completely. So many mistakes have been made up until now. So much has been said and done which is not needed or required. I forgive you completely. I forgive you completely. I forgive you completely. You are hereby forgiven. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look at yourself and say, I will always love you, heal you, work on you, protect you, be always kind to you, support you, lift you, guide and nurture you, always show you the right path. I will always love you. May God bless all of us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's do a closing prayer to the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother. Thank you for your great blessings. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to our great spiritual teacher, to all the great spiritual teachers, to all the great gods and goddesses, to all the great, great ones. We incredibly humbly thank you for your great blessings. Thank you so much. Thank you. Everyone, Atma Namaste. See you tomorrow. Take care and bye bye. I hope you guys felt like good, Chaliye, take care. Atma Namaste.